Once again, a parliamentary inquiry has peeled back the surface and exposed a deeply troubling truth about how major public programs are being run in Papua New Guinea. The revelation that the Connect PNG board failed to establish a legally required trust account is not a minor administrative oversight. It is a fundamental breach of the Connect PNG Infrastructure Development Authority Act 2021. At the heart of Connect PNG is a promise to connect the country through roads and infrastructure while ensuring strong governance, transparency, and financial discipline over a program worth tens of billions of kina. The trust account was designed as a safeguard, a ring-fenced mechanism to ensure that funds allocated to Connect PNG are protected, traceable, and used strictly for their intended purpose. Its absence raises one unavoidable question: where has the money been flowing, and under what controls? PAC member Douglas Tomoria's criticism goes to the core of the issue. Oversight boards are not ceremonial bodies. They exist to enforce compliance with the law, not to bypass it. When a board fails to implement a mandatory financial structure, it does more than weaken accountability. It erodes public confidence and exposes the program to misuse, political interference, and fiscal leakages. This inquiry also highlights a wider systemic problem in our governance culture. We are quick to launch grand policies and billion kina programs, but painfully slow or negligent in putting in place the institutions and controls that make them credible. Too often, legislation is treated as a guideline rather than a binding obligation. The assurance by Finance Secretary Samuel Panias that the trust account will now be established immediately is welcome, but it is also deeply concerning. The law was passed in 2021. Why is compliance only being triggered after parliamentary scrutiny? Good governance should be proactive, not reactive under pressure. More importantly, the inquiry must now go beyond promises. The public deserves answers to critical follow-up questions. How much funding has already been spent without the trust account in place? Through which accounts were these funds managed? What audit mechanisms were applied during this period? Who bears responsibility for the failure to comply with the Act? Connect PNG remains a vital national vision. Roads change lives, open markets, and unite provinces. If laws passed by Parliament can be ignored by those entrusted to implement them, then the issue is no longer just about Connect PNG. It is about respect for the rule of law, stewardship of public money, and the kind of country we are becoming. The PAC has done its job by shining a light. What happens next will determine whether this nation is serious about reform or content with repeating the same mistakes. Inquiry after inquiry. And hi guys, what are your thoughts about the Connect PNG? Drop it in the comments section. And that's all, and bye for now.